Chris, if you want to use geographical evidence, I can use it against you. I can show you how the author of the gospel didn't know geography. Yeah, made mistakes with his geography. I can show you historical lies within the gospels.
Such as?
Zombies.
What you mean when it says about people raising from the dead?
Yes. So when Matthew says at the crucifixion and the earth went dark and there was an earthquake and the temple curtain split and the dead rose from the graves and entered into the towns, you're saying that happened or not happened?
I believe it did happen. Yeah.
You believe it did?
Yes.
Yet no one else reported it.
But it doesn't literally mean people got out of their grave.
What does it literally mean then when saints come out of their grave and enter into the towns? What does that mean? Other than they got out of their graves and entered into the towns. What does it mean?
See, it means that people. It means that people realised who they were and they woke up in the spirit.
Nope. No, it doesn't say that.
It doesn't say it. But for example,
shall I read it?
Hold on. For example,
let me read it.
But an example,
I'll read
it does say.
I'll read it. Matthew 27.
Because you know when you said about the zombies as well, you said they're walking zombies. Well, okay, if you want to play like that game,
well,
then clearly we've been walking zombies on the earth for millions of years.
Oh, okay.
For the minute Adam.
Matthew 27:49.
Right.
Oh, okay. And the rest said, let us see whether Elijah cometh to save him. Yeah? And Jesus cried again with a loud voice and yielded up his spirit. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. Now imagine we're watching a movie now, yeah? Imagine watching a movie. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from top to the bottom. What does that mean? Torn. Yeah?
Now, do you believe that was an actual temple?
Oh, okay.
Unless you actually mean an actual physical building.
Do you believe there was a temple with a veil on it that ripped or not?
Yeah.
You do believe?
Yeah.
A physical temple, building.
No, this is in the people.
So the temple that with the curtain tore is not a building.
Yes. It says in the New Testament. It says if those who don't see are still blind because the veil has not been removed.
Right. So just so I understand, I don't mind.
It doesn't literally mean, oh look, there's a building there.
Chris. So you're saying it wasn't a veil on a temple? That's what you're saying?
No, not a building.
There was no building and there was no sheet on it that tore. That's what you're claiming. Okay, alhamdulillah.
That's what I'm saying. You have to be very careful when reading these.
No. We're going to challenge your claim, but that's your claim.
Okay.
And I want you to support that claim with some kind of evidence. All right? And the earth did quake, and the rocks were rent. What does that mean?
I haven't looked into that, but I'll have to.
What do you think it means? The earth did quake, and the rocks were rent. Thank you.
No, but not literally an earthquake, I can tell you.
So you said not literally an earthquake?
Not an earthquake. What is it? It means basically that because you know, for example, even in Islam know this as well. When
please don't fit Islam into your flipping nonsense answer.
When something happens, for example, a resurrection like that, right, or a death happens, or something like that helps the whole creation. The whole creation, you know, the veil is open, and you know the whole creation is aware of it. You know what I mean? That's what it means. Not literally, oh look, the rocks are dead.
So you're saying the picture being painted is not this then? That Jesus is on the cross, he cries out, there's an earthquake, the place goes dark, the temple, you said that didn't happen. When you watch the movie, have you seen the movie The Passion of the Christ? Have you seen what happens?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying happens? The earth did quake. That means the earth moved. The rocks were rent, which means the rocks were broken.
Well, I don't literally see that as a. They may have done it like that.
Okay.
How can you?
Okay.
Hold on.
Shall I make it easy for you?
If you want about it spiritually.
So it says not an earthquake.
How can you? If you're going to make a film out of it, how can you put an?
Let me just get this on camera, Chris.
How can you?
Are you saying this is not an earthquake? It's not an earthquake. All right. You sure? All right. Now the centurion.
It means that everybody will literally just woke up inside of.
Now the centurion and they that were watching Jesus when they saw the earthquake. What? So they saw the earthquake. So according to the Gospel of John, they saw the earthquake.
Of course.
But you said there wasn't an earthquake.
Of course, you can witness it. Because if you feel, how often do we say if you feel something?
Let me continue.
They all felt it at the same time.
Yeah. So they didn't see the earthquake like it claims, and the rocks break. Yeah. They saw what? What did they see?
They knew. They just knew it. They knew at the time.
And when they were watching Jesus and they saw the earthquake, and the things that were done, they feared. They were scared.
Yeah.
So can you imagine this guy who claimed to be God apparently has just died, and the earth and everything's gone dark, and the temple's breaking, and the curtains ripping. Yeah. And that's why you'd be afraid, isn't it?
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول